In today's video, we are going to talk about taking a basic beat and spicing it up a notch by moving it around the drum set. I've talked about this before in other videos. It's something I like to do a lot, which is take a basic idea, basic sticking pattern, move it around, and it really gives you more variety of a basic kit. You know, I always tell the story that first time I ever saw Steve Gadd play, he was playing stuff and I just could never figure out how's he doing that. And then I saw him play once and he was putting his left hand on the hi-hat and playing these same patterns. And it's like, oh, wow, my eyes were open to a whole new world and a whole new way of thinking. So that's kind of the idea here, is we're going to take a basic beat and we're going to move stuff around, and it's going to change the whole way that beat feels and the way that it sounds. All right, so let's get the metronome going. So the tempo today is 90 beats per minute. And we're going to start with a super simple drum beat. I bet you everybody can play this. 16th notes on the hi-hat, 1 and 3 on the bass drum, 2 and 4 on the snare drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nothing too complicated about that. So we're going to take that basic beat, and now we're going to spice it up. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to move our right hand over here to the cymbal. So now the right hand is going to be playing, again, exact same rhythm. I never change the sticking or the rhythm, all right? And it's going to be playing on the ride cymbal and then moving to the snare drum to 2 and 4, all right? So I'll play 2 measures starting here, and then I'll move it over here and play that. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, get the idea? Sounds different. It's not very different. It's exactly the same thing. Now I'm going to play the and on the ride cymbal, but on the bell. So again, I'm playing the exact same sticking, exact same rhythm, but now I'm going to play the and of the bell. This gets a little tricky because our right hand now is doing some fancy moving. So we're going to the bell, we're back to the body, we're back to the snare drum, we're back to the bell. All right? I'll start here, I'll move here, and then I'll go to the bell. So 2 bars of these, and then we'll go to the new one. 1, 2, 3. All right? Again, adds a new dimension to it. Really kind of kicks it up a notch. All right, now we're getting fancy. So our right hand is moving back and forth. Now we're going to make our left hand moving back and forth. So instead of keeping our left hand just on the hi-hat, the first note of the 16th note on the E actually, is going to be on the hi-hat. The next one's going to be on the snare drum. All right? When you see this, it'll make sense. So I'm going to, again, 2 measures of each. And then we'll go to the new one where the left hand is now moving. We're still over there on the bell over here, okay? 2, 3. Okay, do you hear how that changes? It really gives it a different feel. The key on that one is the left hand has got to be light. If you play that too loud, it does not work. You end up with which is not the sound. We want so that shaker sound, all right? All right, one more thing we're going to add. This time, my hi-hat is going to start playing 8th notes with my foot. So now the hi-hat is playing every 16th note because we're going 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So I got every 16th note going over here. I got my off 16th notes going over here and my bell on the and. All right? Let's see if we can do it. 2, 3. So there it is. So great exercise, and more importantly, a great concept. And you can do this with anything. This is just one particular one that I've played with. You can move it to the toms. You could move your left hand up to the hi-hat or to the ride cymbal to another cymbal. You can have another hi-hat over here, move it around. The idea is be creative. Take a basic beat and begin to experiment with it, all right? Now that last part doesn't look that hard, but it's kind of hard. And there's a lot going on. The left foot thing is very tricky because you don't want that splashy sound. It's got to be the only way that happens is you've got to get that real tight. The closed sound has to be really tight, and you can't allow your hi-hat to come open a lot, all right? Again, this little things, but work on that. Enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorites, and keep on drumming.